This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Let's talk about some real wrestling stuff for a minute here. I mean, it's been talked about a lot that not only was he the first Intercontinental Champion, he's also the father of the Royal Rumble. I think famously he got his inspiration from Royshire's territory, who would kick off a bunch of series of matches and angles and pieces of business for the new year with a battle royal, a big battle royal event in late January. So they tried on a couple of house shows. It's not exactly what everyone hopes for. Eventually Dick Ebersol hears the idea, helps convince Vince to go with it, and a TV special to counter program Jim Crockett is born, and we call it the Royal Rumble. And it's different from a traditional battle royal. Instead of there being 20 or 30 guys in the ring at the exact same time, we get the big entrance for each individual guy. Ebersol thinks, man, that'll make for great TV. You add suspense and the clock and the countdown and the separate entrances. It can be big pomp and circumstance. And it might even make the action a little easier to follow if there's just starting with 2 guys and then adding from there instead of starting with 20 or 30 all at once. But it became arguably the number 2 or the number 3 biggest show of the year, with SummerSlam and obviously WrestleMania, being the granddaddy. But Royal Rumble, man, that's going to be a legacy that will live forever because of Pat Patterson, right?
Absolutely. And Pat was looking for a way and for a different type of a match and attraction. And the way that Pat would always describe it was legal run-ins. Wanted to have a match where you could add to it throughout the match. And all the run-ins are legal. You have a legal run-in every 2 minutes. Another guy come out, they get in and they say, fuck him, eliminate him. And then he don't go back. You could have 20 people and then go down to 2. Then you add more. And the way, probably the way that Pat explained it in the beginning was a little confusing. We had one, it may have been St. Louis or may have been Rhode Island. I don't know. And it didn't really go that well. I don't think the live audience was that into it. But as you say, Dick Ebersol heard the idea and kind of tweaked it a little bit as far as the selling and explanation, making it easier to understand what the hell it was. And the Royal Rumble was built. And the first one was in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada for USA Network. It was the highest rated television show on cable for a long, long time. And the one thing I always remember about that was, I always thought it was Martel. I think somebody corrected me and said it was Bret Hart, that we forgot to get out. But back then, you didn't, other than having it in your head. Yes, we wrote things down and had notes on certain things, but you didn't have 20 writers and assistants and everything to help you write all this shit out so you know exactly who gets eliminated. This was all in Pat's head. Pat's got 30 guys in a room. Okay, you come out next. He had a list of entry. He knew how they were going over and goes, okay, make sure you get out by him and you get out by him. Not as sophisticated as it became in later years, but the Royal Rumble, I'm proud to be a part of it, but that was Pat Patterson's baby, man. And we nursed that son of a bitch for many years. And that was the one time a year I just used to love to just settle down and work with Pat. And we eventually brought more people into the process to what it is now. And it's pure genius as far as how he came up with that and what it has come to be today.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.